Oh, yes, I am live. I am live. Let me try and do this. I hope y'all can see me. Yes, 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 yes. Hello, good people. My name is Malibu Zindi. By now, you should know me. I am a holistic life and wellness coach working with the well-being of the mind, the body, and the spirit. And today, I decided to go live here. I decided to go live here. It is tomorrow. It is what do they call this? Heritage Day in South Africa, and I rocked up with trying to do my Duke. I don't know how to do it, but yes. Anyway, my name is Malibu Zindi. I am a holistic life and wellness coach working with the being of the mind, the body, and the spirit. I am also an accredited meditation practitioner. Have authored 2 books called The Journey's Day, and Confessions, and welcome to Malibu TV. So today I want to talk quickly about my money story. And I think like this month I should be like sharing about my life, because some people think like, oh coach, you got it all figured out. And that's not always the point. So my money story. I actually didn't even know that I have a problem with money. Actually, most people, we don't know, whether black, white, Indian, colored, whatever race or tribe or whatever you are, most of us, we don't even know when we actually have a money story or a money issue. And just like myself, I grew up knowing that you need to work hard in order for you to get money. You need to, accumulate all these things called degrees, diplomas, and all that, and you will get money. So from school, I did science and mathematics, which was very difficult. Went to college in PC. By that time, it was called PC Training and Business College. I got my IT diploma from there. I think it was 2-3 years. And then I was ready to go and work. Guess what? My first job, my very, very first job was of a telesales consultant. So I earned 280 the first month. And I remember calling my mother and she said, no, you need to leave that job. And I was like, no, I can't. She said, no, you need to leave that job. You can't be earning 280. What are you going to pay rent with? And luckily for me, I got another job as a telesales consultant again, but there was a basic salary. So I went there and I worked for a year. And later on, after a year, I'm trying to wrap this up. I hope y'all can hear me. Yes. So after a year, I then got a job as an IT intern. And I was so excited because a lot of people told me that when you are in IT, you're going to earn a whole lot of money. And, you're just going to be driving a whole lot of cars. And, my favorite car, which is a BMW, I thought, I am going to get this car. I am going to do this. I'm going to do that. To my surprise, I couldn't. I couldn't. I was actually in debt most of my time. I was actually in debt, and I remember I was earning 6,000 and I had a loan of about 30,000, and I had a phone, and I had, a whole lot of things. But what woke me up was when I owed Identity at 12,000 rand. I owed Mr. Price 4,000. I owed what else? Woolworths. So I used to buy food on credit. And had this, when I add them together, it was like 20,000 of clothing accounts. Can you believe that? Anyway, so yeah, and I just thought that is how we should live. Most people think like that's how you should live. We should live with debt. We should live, owing somebody something, and we should work so hard for this money. My wake-up call again was in 2019. A whole lot of things happened in 2019. So usually with me, when somebody would tell me that, maybe ask me for money, I would be so like, oh my gosh, why are you asking me for money? Why, all of that, because I thought, and right now when I reflect, I see that actually I was living from lack. So when anyone would ask me for money, I thought, oh my gosh, now the lack comes back and say, I don't have money. Why are you always asking me for money? And in 2019, trying to find myself. If you haven't watched my previous video yesterday, I did a video, or not yesterday, when was it, Sunday or Monday, where I spoke about my spiritual awakening journey. And in that process of me trying to find myself, I realized that I actually have a money story. And we have a coach who actually talks about this, who is a money coach, and always talking about people, how we actually have a money story. And I never thought that this is not for me. You're thinking that I got this. And to know, I'm actually part of the people who have to heal their money wounds. And I found a coach who helped me do that, and I'm still on a journey. I haven't figured out everything yet, but suddenly, I mean, not so long ago, I paid over 4,000 rent of a bill somewhere, and I was so at ease. But before, I knew that if somebody had to give me something for 4,000, I would, have mixed emotions. So with me, the problem was not that I didn't have money, but the problem was that I was living from lack. So I was living so much from lack that if you ask me money, then I feel like, oh my gosh, I don't have money. So money was never enough for me. So even if I had 150,000, I would still feel like money is never enough. Can you believe it? If so I would gather all this money. And let me rewind back. My husband, when I met my husband, he then taught me how to buy things cash. So I paid up all my accounts, and I was like, operating from cash, cash basis. But that was not the point, because with me, it was not the problem with money. That I don't have money, but the problem is that the root cause of the problem was that I was living from lack, and this lack I have learned it from my dad, and not that my dad was living from lack. So there was a time in my life when I asked for money from my dad, and my dad said, I don't have money. And this was repeatedly, it went over and over and over again, to such a point that I thought, when I was still a kid, that I thought that money is never there. So even when I had money, I would duplicate the very same method. Maybe my dad by that time didn't have money, or didn't want to give me money for whatever reason he wanted to. But that's not even the problem. How you interpret something, it may be different from the situation itself. That is the reason why sometimes when you are talking to someone, and when you just saying something out of love, and this person interprets it in a different way, it is not your problem. It is that person's problem. So my problem is that I interpreted, I decided out of whatever, that when my dad said I don't have money, and to me in my mind it said money is never available. So even when I had a whole lot of money in my account, when I didn't have debts, firstly it came as a form of debts. So I would have accumulated debts in my life, so much debts in my life, because I didn't want to live with money. Now when I no longer had debts, what I wanted to do was that I would now like as if it's a storage, store money and don't want to use it. So when you ask me for money, I feel like, no, this one that I have, even if I have 50,000, 100, 1 million, but I will still feel like this is not enough for me. And again, because of lack, I felt like I needed to protect money. So money to me was not circulating. It was not circulating. It was just there, And 2019, I've learned a very interesting topic where I needed to heal my money story. And I did so. And right now, it is not like, when you are healing, it's not like it's a one-time fits all, and now I did 1, 2, 3, and in 3 months. No, you become gentle with yourself. So I became so gentle with myself in the process. Even right now, I'm still healing my money story, and I can see changes. Like I said, I was paying something for 4,000, and I know myself that if I had to pay something like that, I would have said, no, not for me, girl, not for me, right? So now I would pay it, and I paid for it, and I felt at ease with what I was doing. So that is my money story. And the reason why I am sharing about this money story is that most of us, we think that we have a problem because we are not earning enough money from work, or our businesses are not making enough money, and all these amazing things that we think it is there. Then you still go and find a new job that pays you maybe 5,000 more, but you still get yourself in debt because you have been taught the programming has been different, right? The programming has been different. What you have been taught to believe about money. The first thing that I was taught is that I need to go to school in order for me to earn money. I didn't know that I can be just like this. You know, I love talking. I love doing this. I didn't know that I can be talking and be paid, get paid from that. I didn't know. Somebody somewhere designed this system that everybody has to go through. Now our children have to go through this system, whether you don't like it or you like it. You have to go through a system of a school, and ultimately you will get money. But now we went through that system, and still we have money problems. Even people who have done accounting, they still have money problems. They still get themselves into debt. So the problem is not money. The problem is the programming that we have been taught to believe. And today, I am inviting you to one of my online programs where I say it's the Mindset Makeover program, where we are dealing with the programming that is in the mind, the things that we have been taught to believe about ourselves, the things that we have been, you know, it may be culture. Religion also plays an important role in how we are even treating money, in what we believe about money. Because some people believe that if you have more money, then you are calling on the devil or whoever it is out there. You know, some people believe that money is the root of all evil. And if you don't have a good relationship with money, then you cannot have it. You can fiddle with the system and say, I have 2,000 rands in my account, but then you can have it and still lose it because you were not vibrationally aligned to the frequency of money. Right now, as I'm speaking, I have an affirmation that I do every now and then, actually every day, that I wake up and I say, I get paid every day. It used to be so like, you know, something in me used to resist the fact that I said I am getting paid every day, because we have been wired to believe that you only get paid once in a month, and that whole salary would take you up until whenever. But now I am now programming myself through this affirmation, and I'm saying, I am getting paid every day, and believe you me, every day there is money coming into my account, whether it's 5,000 rand, whether it's 1 million, but there is money coming into my account each and every day, because I am reprogramming and rewiring my mind to understand that money is energy, and you can only get it and have it if you are vibrationally aligned to the frequency of money, right? So I am inviting you, if you are watching this, just comment there. If you want also, you know that maybe you have a money problem, maybe you have some other problems, not maybe money, because everything that is in the mind, I always say it is in the body. That is the reason why when you hear somebody singing a song saying 1, 2, 3, then you start feeling an emotion that reminds you of maybe an event that happened when that song was playing. So we are dealing with mind, body, and spirit, and we are reprogramming this mind so that we can get the things that we want. And the first thing that we need to get is money, because that's what God wants us to have. God wants us to have money. The Bible said, I came so that you may have life and life more abundantly. What is abundance? Abundance of money, abundance of love, abundance of everything. And today, right now, I can testify and say, I am living an abundant life. And not only an abundant life because, you know, I'm a coach, but because I sign up for programs, I sign up for things, I sign up and I heal whatever my programmings were before. right? So I am inviting you, please come to my session. It's only 250 if you are in South Africa. Please, if you are not in South Africa, turn that into your currency, and we will talk. Just comment there. I love you. Let me now it's 6 minutes past 5. I'm going to be live on my group called Consciously Creating the Life That You Want. If you also want to be part of the group, it's on Facebook. Just a request and you will be part of us. Love you. Have a wonderful day.